Critical thinking is so important in the world we live today. Also, thank you for coming back to the Nexus, and this mental crusade is going to be about critical thinking and open mindedness. Critical thinking is so important in an age where people are brought into echo chambers and forced and deep throating the same ideas over and over again. People need to learn to think for themselves, but they also need to learn to listen. And not only listen to reply, but listen to understand. Sometimes it seemed, especially in the years I've grown up, more and more with social media, that with so many ideas available to people, people have a more diverse outlook on things, but they're still even further than before going down certain rabbit holes, and aren't willing to open up. You need to listen to more people than just yourself. In the end, it's you. In the end, you make decisions. But you should be giving yourself a holistic view of things. If you have an opinion and you really listen and understand what someone's saying, but you still think that your opinion is the one that is right based on your own moral compass, keep it. I'm not telling you to change your opinions. All I'm saying is be willing to understand people and be willing to listen, even if they sound crazy. Sometimes insane people are the geniuses of the future. They may seem insane in the modern day, but ahead, things will change. I'm sorry for that loud noise if you can hear it. It's my air conditioner. It's being very loud right now. So, all I'm saying is this is more of an advice video, something I want to remind you because you probably already know. Sometimes I even need to remind myself. Alright, everyone needs to remind themselves this. Listen, and don't hold too high of an ego for yourself. Have a confidence about yourself, believe in yourself, and reaffirm that you are who you are, and that's one, okay, and two, beautiful, and three, love yourself. But that does not mean disregard others, and don't disregard other ideas. I don't necessarily believe in objective truth, but make attempts to understand things in a way where you can get to a more objective, truthful, and best option outlook on situations and just like, I'm not even talking about politics per se. I'm just saying anything. Like, if you want to learn how to play tennis, someone might teach you a different technique than someone else. There's like someone might teach you a semi-western forehand grip as opposed to an eastern. Someone might not have you serve in a continental grip, and they could all be people with great credentials. Listen to them, listen to yourself, but form your own opinions. Don't just take others and make that yours. If you truly do look at all sides and you listen to people and your opinion aligns exactly with someone else's, that's okay. You can be part of an echo chamber. But you would only rightfully get there by making sure that your opinion is the one that is best for yourself. And that doesn't mean you should participate in creating an echo chamber. It just means that your ideas might align with a certain group of people's. So don't I think also when you give people advice and stuff, it's important to clarify that it is your opinion and that other people may tell you other things, but this is what's worked best for me, or this is how I see it. Don't say things to people like you're always just right. It's okay to be confident, but don't act like you're the one all, be all, whatever I say is right. I just don't think that's healthy. I don't know. So it's important to be open-minded and to think critically for yourself. people seem to not have their own thoughts in this era, and that's concerning a little bit. And I'm young, you know. I don't know if it was always like this or technology has changed things. Um, so I'm young, so even I would like to say I am giving you this opinion, but it is important to listen and try to understand. You can disagree with everything I just said about open mindedness and critical thinking. I don't know why you would, but you can. In a sense, it's a contradiction because that shows a sense of open mindedness if you do really listen and disagree. I mean, it would be hard to wrap my head around because I'm so, you know, into the idea of open mindedness and critical thinking, but I would listen to you if you told me that there's no point in it. I mean, a lot of it also comes from a sense of self awareness. It's important to be self aware. Think about why you have opinions on things, why you interpret this way of the world in the sense that you do. I mean, it's it's interesting. You have a relationship with everything in this world. You walk by a person, your relationship is you walked by that person at that time on that day. This chair, I filmed videos in this chair. I've had this chair forever, not ever, as long as I can remember that I've lived. And you have relationships with everything around you. So it is important, it's imperative to be understanding, because while you may not directly influence everything that comes into your presence, you always indirectly have an effect on every single thing, I believe. Even if it's in the stupidest way possible. Uh, you move a cup to the left in a dining hall. Someone might have had a thought about that cup when it was to the right, but you moved it to the left so they don't. It changes their whole thought pattern for the day. I don't know. I mean, it's a little extreme, but and I'm just reiterating this over and over and over. Try to understand why you have an opinion about something. Be open to the abyss in you. Don't be afraid to try and understand why you might believe something. If it comes from an insecurity and you feel more comfortable with one opinion because it kind of protects you in a sense, don't be afraid to know that and then, you know, try to make a new opinion maybe if you don't agree with it anymore. Of course, do it within reason. Don't de-establish yourself to a point where you get depressed or it takes a toll on you mentally. But try to be aware of yourself. Try to critically think about your own thoughts. Metacognition, you know, introspection. Do it to a healthy degree, not too much. Listen to other people to understand and not just reply, but reply properly. Reply honestly. Be honest with yourself and be honest with others. Um, if everyone's truly honest, it breaks down barriers, and people can see things for what they probably are more. Um, so, thank you for coming to the Nexus and listening to this mental crusade, and I will see you. Thank you. Bye.